Hello everyone, it's me Ryan from North Korea. If you are new to this channel, welcome. I'm glad you are here. If you find this video interesting, please like it and subscribe my channel. That gives me a lot of motivation to make more videos in the future. Thank you. I arrived in South Korea late 2010 and I still remember walking into Incheon Airport for the first time. I was thinking, wow, there were so many airplanes on the runway and the terminal we arrived was so big and clean. I never seen anything like it before. Also, as soon as we left Incheon Airport, I saw so many high-rise buildings and there were so many cars on the street. I was amazed, and even today, whenever I see a tall building, I find myself counting floors in my head. I think it became one of my habits. For me, arriving South Korea felt like stepping into a completely different world. So the first place they took us was a hospital for health check done. It is very important step for North Korean defectors because a lot of North Korean defectors arrive South Korea with the serious health problems after years of hunger and stress. Sadly, some defectors even die soon after reaching South Korea. Their bodies had been under so much stress for so long that when they finally feel safe and begin to relax, their body can sometimes struggle to recover. But thankfully, I didn't have any health problem. But one thing that I had was I was underweight. I was really skinny. After health check, I was taken to government facility for investigation. South Korean government they needed make sure I was not a North Korean spy, and this was something all the North Korean defectors who arrived in South Korea had to go through. And it was 3 months program. It was a little bit long. Also, it wasn't really fun place to stay because that place was completely isolated from outside. After the investigation was finished, I was sent to Hanawon. This was also another 3 months program to help North Korean defectors start a new life in South Korea. They taught us many simple but important things like how to ride a bus, how to ride a subway, and how to open a bank account. Um, Also, they taught us how to write a resume and prepare for job interviews. Yes, there were so many nights I cried myself to sleep because I missed my family so much. I worried about them all the time. I would wonder, do they have enough food to eat today? Are they okay? And the hardest part was knowing that I might never see them again. I was grateful to be safe and have a new life, but same time, I felt so much pain and guilt for leaving my family behind. Because I was 18, South Korea government still considered me minor, so they sent me living with my uncle. And I was really lucky because I had my uncle and his wife support me. But a lot of other North Korean defectors, they had to figure out things there on their own. It could be really overwhelming to start life in new country. I was so grateful for my uncle and my aunt for their support. The first day, I went to cell phone shop with my aunt, and I got new phone. And I still remember I couldn't go to sleep because I was so excited to play phone because I never had a phone before. It wasn't even smartphone. I was playing simple games. Somehow I got connected to the internet, so ended up I had to pay more than 100 bucks. Actually, the cell phone plan was only 20 bucks. I had a really expensive lesson. About a week after um, I got out of the program, my uncle introduced me a job from machine shop. So I was able to start a job at the machine shop. and it wasn't that difficult compared to my life in North Korea. It was actually pretty easy, and I was so excited the fact that I was able to make some money so that I can send some money to my parents in North Korea. And time goes by, um, like a lot of people around me like gave me like some advice. They they say, hey, since you're young, you should go to university, and if you graduate from university, that gives you uh, more opportunities. So I started like considering to go back to school. I started studying after work about for 3 years, and after 3 years, finally I got accepted in university. Um, Studying at the university was really hard for me because I had to compete with the South Korean students who had a high school education in South Korea. Even I studied myself for 3 years, it was still really hard. Also, one of the hardest thing was making friends. I had an expectation that I could make a lot of like South Korean like friends, but somehow it was really difficult because culturally we are different. For example, South Korean students they would be talking about South Korea celebrities or current trend, but for me, I had no idea what they're talking about. Also, same time, whenever I'm trying to talking about North Korean things, they would be completely like lost. I was grateful that I was able to graduate from university in South Korea, but unfortunately, I never felt that I was able to fit into South Korean university life. So I don't want you to start bigger things first, because whenever you try to do bigger things, there is a high possibility that you're gonna be failed. When you fail, you're gonna be crushed. So I want you to learn how to start small things and how you can accomplish it. When you accomplish small things, you're gonna gain confidence. That confidence gives you ability to do bigger things. And time goes by, you're gonna be able to do way more than you thought was possible. Thank you for watching my video, and see you next time.